Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. My name's Jackson, and in this video, I'm going to go through all of American Express business credit cards and rank them in Tiermaker. In case you guys are looking for personal credit cards, I've already covered this topic. I will leave a link for that video above. So starting off with the first credit card on our list is the Amazon Prime credit card. And this card will get you 3% back on Amazon, 2% back on wireless telephone services, and 2% back on restaurants. I think this card offers okay value, so I'm gonna put this in the B tier. The next card on the list is the Amazon Prime credit card, and this is very similar to the one I just mentioned. However, this one will give you 5% back, but it does require that you have Amazon Prime. I do think the majority of Americans do have Amazon Prime now, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in the A tier, just because I feel like getting 5% back on Amazon is a pretty good value. The next card on the list is the Marriott Bonvoy credit card, and this will give you a free weekend night plus 6x on Marriott hotels, 4x on select business categories. And I think this is a pretty good hotel keeper card if you value that hotel night at over $125, which is the annual fee. So I think this is a pretty good card if you do value all of those benefits. I think this is a B tier. There are some better hotel cards that I'll talk about later on. The next card is the Blue Cash card. I really like this card. Just gives you flat 2% back for 1 calendar year under $50,000. So I think this is pretty good value. I do like that it gives you American Express offers, so you can use that in conjunction with this. So I think this is just overall a very, very welcoming card. It doesn't really have a great sign-up bonus, but for no annual fee, I think this belongs in the A tier. The next card is the Blue Business Plus card. This is very similar to the Blue Cash card. However, you'll earn 2x MR points instead, which I value those at more than 1 cent per point if you know how to use them correctly. So because of that, I'm going to put this in the A tier also. The next card on the list is the American Express Gold Business card, and I do think that you know if this card works for you. If you have very, very high spend, I'm talking 50, 60, 70 plus $1,000 per month on spend of this card, this is a great card for you because it does have a $250 annual fee, but you do get 4x on 2 select categories, whatever your highest spend is. So if you can utilize those categories, then I think this card makes a whole lot of sense. If you don't have that level of high spend, then I'm not really sure this is a great card for you. There's other ones you could consider. So because of that, it kind of makes ranking this a little bit harder. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the B tier. I could totally see you putting it in the A tier, but for someone like myself who doesn't have very high spend, I just don't think the cost benefits what the annual fee is. Next card on the list is the Business Green Rewards card. I didn't even know this credit card existed. It just gets you 2x back on American Express travel. Not very good. I'm going to put this in the D tier. Next is the American Express Platinum Business card. And I think, again, this is very similar to the Gold card, that you know if this card is going to apply to you because this favors people with very high spend that aren't just going to be utilizing the credits, unlike the personal card. So just like the regular one, you do get 5x back on prepaid hotels and Amex travel, but you do get 35% back if you book with American Express Travel. You get $200 in Dell Technology statement credits, which is just okay. You get $179 worth of clear credit, and then the $200 airline fee, along with all the other benefits that the Platinum card offers, like hotel status, Centurion lounges. But what makes this card even better is that if you spend over $5,000 in one transaction, you do get 1.5 cents per point back. So that can add a little bit of value if you do, or if you're doing those larger transactions. But I really just have a hard time weighing the $595 annual fee. So I could make some people upset, but I'm going to put this in the B tier. Next is the Delta Reserve credit card, and this is American Express Delta's highest end credit card for the business side. And this card will get you 3x back on flights directly booked with Delta and all of their purchases. That's the only multiplier that you get. However, you do get, if you spend over $150,000 in a credit card year, you will get 1.5x miles. So again, a lot of these business cards will favor people with high spend. So if you're not going to be having high spend, you may want to look at some of the other cards that I mentioned early on in this video. But you will get things like complimentary upgrades on Delta flights and access to the Centurion Lounge and access to Delta lounges. One of the unique benefits of this card and another card I'll be mentioning is you can get a free round trip ticket called a companion pass when you book another ticket, you get the second one for free. You just pay the separate taxes and fees on it. So if you are someone who does fly first class, you can get a second ticket only in the continental United States. So you can't go to Alaska or Hawaii. But if you are looking to do a first class trip, I think you can well exceed the $550 annual fee. So because of that, I think this card does warrant an A tier, just because of the benefit that I described there, really just that one alone. The next card on the list is the Delta Gold card, and this card will give you 2x back on purchases made directly with Delta, 2x back on advertising, 2x back on shipping, and 2x back on restaurants. Really, the only long-term benefit of this card after your first year is that you do get 20% off in-flight savings. Other than that, all the credits you get are only in the first year, so you get your first check bag free, you get main Priority 1 boarding, which doesn't really interest me all that much, and you do get $100 in Delta flight credit. However, to weigh a $99 annual fee, you're really just not getting a lot of value, so I'm going to put this in the C tier. Next card on the list is the American Express Hilton Honors Business Card. And this card right now only has a $95 annual fee, and I think it has some pretty good benefits for what you pay for. First, you're going to get 12x back on Hilton hotels, and I think this is a pretty good benefit. You do also get 6x back on gas stations and purchases for shipping and service providers, along with US restaurants and flights booked directly with Amex Travel and rental and car companies. However, for all the 6x categories, I don't recommend using it on that because there's just better cards out there that offer more value. You do get complimentary gold status, which is really cool to see because that entitles you to free breakfast and room upgrades, and you get 10 priority pass certificates. So if you just travel now and again and go to priority pass just routinely, you can go 10 times per year. So because of all of these benefits, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the A tier. Again, A tier is getting a little crowded there. The next card on the list is the American Express Platinum Delta credit card. So not the other Platinum card, but this card will get you 3x back on purchases made directly with Delta and 3x back on hotels. But the really main feature of why people like this card is you do get the companion pass. However, it's only good for main cabin flights. So if you can use that credit, that companion pass for a ticket that is more than $250, I think you can get good value from this card. You do also get a TSA pre-check credit as well, so that's kind of cool to see, but this is really common on a lot of other travel credit cards, so maybe not super useful here. But because of all of these benefits, I really think this belongs in the A tier. And finally, the last card on the list is the American Express Plum Business Card, and I'm still questioning why this card exists. This card gets you 1.5x back on all purchases, only when you pay your bill. And I'm not really sure why you'd want to use this versus something like one of these cards up here. I guess there is no cap, so you could theoretically go beyond that, but if you're spending more than that, just open up more than one of these cards, or switch to something like the Delta card or the... So anyway, I don't really get it. I'm going to put this in the C or D tier, probably D tier. So this is the list that I've come up with. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and like and subscribe on this video if you want to see content similar to this one. Thanks guys, take care.